95.5 out of the groove.
We made it up there just fine. McNugget did great driving up there. Temperature stayed great. Everything was good to go. We got all our tires changed, hooked the anti-roll up. Always set mine just like neutral, and typically don't have any issues with that. On this one, I kind of missed the mark a little bit when I hooked it up, and the way it's set up is a little different than like your traditional one that's got the cups welded in. This one rides in bushings on the floor, so it can actually move back and forth. And that one, I hooked it all up neutral, and the car drove, you know, hard over. And you know, I didn't do a great job on the shift light and everything else, so you know, it wasn't a great pass. Mile an hour was down. That's a little bit more concerning. We'll talk about that later. But we made that one hit and then came back and make a anti-roll adjustment. So let's look at the time slip and move on to the next one. 147, 710, 95.5. That is the most concerning part of it, but we'll get into that later on. DA was about 2,400 feet, which, you know, wasn't great, but it is what it is. Well, water grains were way up because the humidity was pretty high. So anyway, on to the next pass. Second pass. Trying to get shut out by Michael. We came back after our first one. We parked, you know, we made an anti-roll adjustment. It was actually had just slid over because I don't have it hooked up when I'm driving, so it just kind of slid over a little bit, and it was actually off kilter a touch. Once I neutraled it and then I slid it back over, then on this pass the car actually went pretty straight. I don't have any out cars, so I don't really know. And I haven't really listened to the in-car, so I don't really know if it's spun or what happened, but the 60-foot wasn't great. 154 is actually terrible. And, you know, it felt, on that one I could really kind of feel when I'm kind of stretching out the shift light, I kind of feel it didn't feel, it was laboring a little bit. And mile an hour dropped off. Probably because I was actually stretching out the shift light. So when I got back to the pits, I made a timing adjustment without using the light, of course. It was hard starting a little bit too, because I just had too much timing in it. The David, it has a chip in it, and it's supposed to be on 10 degrees initial, and David brings all the rest of the timing in through the chip. So I had distributor out a couple times doing the intake, so I marked it, but that doesn't mean a magic marker doesn't make it right. So I should have checked it with the light. That's completely my fault, but whatever. So let's take a look at this time slip, which was more disappointing than the first one, but whatever. 154, I was way red. Michael was dead late. 725 at 94. He had his popped, so he didn't even make a pass. Well, we made a timing adjustment, and you know, the struggle's real. But we're making passes, so I ain't gonna complain too much. We'll just get it figured out. That's right there, homies. No Mountain Dew. We haven't earned one. We getting the 6s, we'll drink one. Dang it, man. Some guy just offered Pirate $12,000 for his $8,000 trailer. $8,500. Well, it's $8,000 now. It's used and scratched.
It's got some scratches.
I mean, it's got some history. I mean, it does have some celebrity. It's owned by Pirate of the Broken Pony Gang. Does it bother you that more people ask you about your trailer than your car? He gets more compliments on his trailer than his car. I feel comfortable saying you probably get more questions about your truck than your car.
Yeah. But no, it doesn't bother me at all. Because
you're blessed.
I am.
That was the next words come out of his mouth.
I am.
He is blessed.
And if I had more information, I might have took him up on it. But it's going to cost me that much to replace it.
Right, yeah. You know what? You know what? And you don't strike me as a fella that needs any more fat stacks. You want some fat stacks, you just go to the bank and say, hey, give me a couple of them fat stacks.
Yeah, you're so full.
Or they racks, what do you call them? Give me a couple racks.
I don't know.
JJ, 2 racks. Huh?
That's something that
I'll tell you what he can't do though. Guy's been home for almost 3 weeks. He ain't got a dang haircut yet.
I did. I got it today.
What? He got jibbed. He got ripped off. What'd you look like, one of the Allman Brothers before you got it cut? Because it doesn't look like you got much of a haircut. What are you gonna look like when you get back?
Not bad.
Not bad. I'll never look bad. I might have long hair, but I don't look bad.
The older you get, the slower your hair gets.
Why? You know what? We're trying to actually out-sorry each other. I won a 710, which is way off the pace. So he went out and went a 7 flat, which is way off his pace. So then I race him and go with 725 red lit. Since he saw the red light, he didn't even run it out. And you went like you popped and ran a 12 something.
Yeah, I didn't. I just cranked it back up.
Yeah, you saw that the race was won. You said, oh, he red lit. He only left yesterday.
Yeah.
Well, it was Pro Tree the first pass, and I was sitting there, which I should have left on first yellow and blamed it on the Pro Tree, but.
He said, yeah, your car said Pro Tree. I'm like,
F is not a beat. So, all right. Well, we're not doing too good, but we're racing, and I'm not complaining.
No.
So, and look at this. Look at these clouds.
The DA's dropping.
DA's dropping. I just made a timing adjustment.
We'll be by the end of the evening. It'll be right down around 19.
Right. So maybe I can run 690s.
Heck, I'd like to run a 690.
Yeah, but you did.
At 99 something.
Yeah. Well, I'm off on mile an hour too. We made a timing adjustment. We're gonna see what that gets us. Well, for the moment, Mother Nature's playing some tricks on us. We're getting we're getting a little sprinkle tinkle coming through. Hopefully it's nothing serious and all this stuff. We can go up there and maybe redeem ourselves a little bit. But you know, hey, it is what it is. We're up here racing, guys. We're up here racing. We're having a good time. I'm having a fun time. Am I having a fun time, Michael? Am I having fun? Yes. Are you having fun? Absolutely. Yes. Look at this. He said, I need the letters big enough where a senior citizen can see it. And so they gave him the 8-inch. I thought, it's like you were ordering something off Amazon or Adam and Eve, and you said, I need the 8-inch, and you got, oops, got that.
Actually, in Braille, too.
That's in Braille, you can feel it.
That's just the air bubbles underneath.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah. Once this goes through, that's coming.
Show me that again. That doesn't look promising, honestly.
No. You did say ominous, right?
Ah, man. Son of a biscuit, man. Well, guys, rained out. It's gonna be a wet one getting home too. Whew! Thank God for rain eggs. Woo! It's gonna be a good time going home. I bought, so I made Michael go get it. I had a faster average than Michael on my 2 passes. Oh, look at all those napkins. Wow. So I had a faster average than him. Even though I red lit against him, he does have a victory.
Got in that head.
I know. I made a mistake. I knew I was slow.
Lining up next to me, that was the biggest mistake.
Biggest mistake. We got rained out. We went to Arby's. It didn't really rain on me after we got into Atmore and got to Arby's. It didn't really rain anymore. It looked like the apocalypse all the way home. Thunder, lightning everywhere, but we didn't get rained on anymore, so the drive home was actually just easy peasy lemon squeezy. So performance-wise, we didn't do great. I personally think that the timing was probably a pretty good size issue, and I've done this before. I did this in Krusty one night, got to fiddling around with the timing and had it all jacked up. And then I put the light on it, and the next time I brought it to the track, he was back where he was supposed to be. So let's keep that in mind. And again, I'm not disappointed. I went to the track. I had fun. The car drove up there great. The car drove home great. It didn't perform, but that's my fault. I'm pretty sure a lot of that is my fault, not the car's fault. I think we would have went faster. I mean, we wouldn't have beat our personal best, I don't think, but I think we would have been a little faster by the end of the night if we would have got to make some more passes. So, but you know, that's why they call it test and tune. So, all in all, not disappointed. I had a lot of fun. I had fun hanging out with Michael, talking cars and stuff, and it was good to get up there and make a few passes, even though they weren't fast. And the first one wasn't great, driving wise. We didn't miss any gears. It was as much trouble as we have had recently, just trying to get to the track. And when we get to the track, we had issues. We got up there, we raced a little bit, we got home, we didn't have any problems. And I think we would have went a little faster. I think we could have got in the 690s. But, tomorrow is another test and tune, and we've got some stuff to do to the car. Before we do that, go up there, and maybe, it won't rain or whatever. We're going to try and get up there. So anyway, but that's it. I know it's a short one, a lot of talking, not a lot of racing, sorry. Michael didn't have a great night either. He ran that 170 and then the other one. So anyway, but thanks for commenting, thanks for subscribing, thanks for all the ways you guys support the channel. We couldn't do it without you, and we wouldn't want to. Yeah, we wouldn't want to. But especially, thanks for watching. And until next time on Substandard Leader and Fox Body videos on this here man's YouTube. 1 year only Lincolns, 4 drag vans, and as always, fighting a good fight against Dr. Fear. We'll see you guys in the next video.